Uh, I've been sick the last few days. I had a damn cold, stupid damn cold. All right, so it's getting the end of it now. All right, now let's talk a little bit about the shootings. The one the lady tried to run him over. That's fine. That he shot her good. On the next one, you have to look at the whole video as it's going, because I saw them wrestling with him, trying to put him down, and he kept fighting, and one of them on the outside, one of them saw him, they, and he shot him. Because at that time, see, you got to put yourself in their place. In that time, as he was fighting them, and he had a weapon, he's endangering any officer in the area, and that's why the officer fired. Now, you take it out of context, and you take and scramble up the video, and you can make it look worse for the police. What happened? What happened there? All right, now I carry a weapon. I do. I got a hell of a weapon. I got a baby eagle. That's made by the. It was designed by the Israeli Arms uh, as a desert eagle, and they cut it down and they call it a baby eagle. It comes in a .40 instead of the .50. I do have the both, but uh, I carry the .40 all the time. Now, if I've been stopped by the police speeding and stuff, and I've had it on me, and the first thing I do is say, I am carrying a weapon. All right, you got a license? Yes, sir. Back pocket, okay, and I slowly get back my I'm gonna pack it out. There it is. Okay, you're fine, and there's no problem. All right. Now, okay, so this guy is at a demonstration, a violent. You know they're violent. They are not. They have never been a a, a peaceful demonstration against ICE yet. Never. They want to block the road and block ICE and scream at them and yell cussing words at them, and that's not a peaceful protest. That is a violent protest. You don't bring a weapon when you're going to a violent protest. You're out of your freaking mind. All right. That's the first mistake he made. And the next was fighting and trying to get his weapon out while they were wrestling him. And that was his end. It was a good shoot. The officer did exactly what he was supposed to do. And I had my pistol with me the other day when I went to lunch. I'd been to the range that day, and I went to lunch with it. And this lady and her son was sitting in the next table, and she said, "Oh, you got a gun?" I said, "Yeah." I says, "I carry it most of the time." And she said, "Well, why?" I says, "Because we have people out here, criminals. And if one of them idiots walk in this place going to shoot the place up or shoot somebody in here, then I'm going to shoot them first because I'm going to protect you and your son and anybody else." Oh, I never thought of that. But you understand? That's why I carry a weapon. I carry it for my protection and for yours. And that's what the Second Amendment. That's part of it. Part of the Second Amendment right. The other part is the other part is you have to use this. You have to use your brain because you're carrying a weapon, number one. And right away, people look at you strange. All right, I don't care. Let them look. I'm strange anyway. Let them look. But they look at you strange. All right. That's all right. As long as I'm right, as long as I'm doing correctly, as long as I've got it holstered, and it stays in the bloody holster, it does not come out to show anybody or anything. It stays in the damn holster. Because if it comes out of that holster, it's one or two reasons. One, I'm at home, and the other is I'm going to shoot somebody. And it stays in the holster until that time. That's the way it's supposed to be. All right? So, I've never had a problem with the police. I've never had a problem with civilians. I've never had a problem with anybody. And I don't plan it. But I don't bring them to violent protests either. Now, part of this goes all the way back. Well, let's go back, 11 years, 12 years, 15, 14 years. Remember when Obama, now, I did not vote for Obama, needless to say. Although I never cussed him out, never said anything while he was president. I had a lot of thoughts running through my mind, but I kept them to myself. Why? Because I was raised not to disrespect the President of the United States. I was also taught respect at home, which none of you people seem to have known or know what respect is. Now, I hate to say that, but it's true. And this showed up, in the 90s. In the 90s, I drove a school bus right here in Osceola County, Florida. I had the longest, heaviest route in this county. Jesus, good guy. I had a good ride. I had an 84 passenger bus. That's one of the big long buses. I had 84 passenger bus. I had 60 high school kids, about 55, 60 middle school kids, and I had 82 elementary kids. God. And it's a damn shame, but I had to every year, the first day of the school year, you pick them at school, at home, and you bring them to school. That's fine. You pick them up at the school to bring them home that first day. I pull off on school property. I pull off to the side, and they got to talk. They got to talk on respect. That means respecting your elders, respecting your teachers, respecting the police, respecting all law enforcement, respecting myself as a bus driver, and respecting my bus. And the golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. See, that's a basic humanity thing. And for 7 years, I never had a problem. I had one fight in 7 years. One fight in 7 years. And that happened to high school kids before I ever had a chance. The first day of school, picked them up at departments. Freshmen. And I picked them up at the department. And there they go, bap, 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 beating the hell out of each other in the back of the bus. And I stood up and I yelled, I said, stop. No, I ain't going to stop. Bap, bap, bap. And I says, clear the aisle. And everybody got up on the seats. And I scrambled back there and I grabbed the one and swung him around just as the kid was going to hit him. And the kid hit me on the shoulder. And I just looked at him. Okay. No, fight was over. They got 10 days out of school suspension. County policy says separate them when they come back. So they come back, and I put them both in the front seat. Both right next to me. And 2 years later, they're riding car sharing, having fun. They're best friends. All right, but you have to respect. It should be taught at home. These kids were not taught respect back then, and I know damn sure half of you have never been taught respect by your parents. And for you parents, that's a damn shame. You should be ashamed of yourself. Obama started this war on cops. And that's the most ridiculous, stupid, idiotic. Ugh. Now, when I retired from the Army after 20 years, oh yeah, I'd seen the whole world. And I said, wow, I want to see here. I drove truck 7 years for J.B. Hunt when he was brand new. And he had 500 trucks then. Now he's got 5,000. And then I became a correctional peace officer, maximum security prison in California. You understand? I've been on that side. I've been trying to help the public ever since. I had some good inmates in there. Oh, yeah, I had Charlie Manson. I had the L.A. Strangler. I had, good grief, I had some. All right, but anyway, teach your kids respect. You do not want them to end up in prison. You don't want to end up in jail. And all these demonstrators out here raising Cain and all this, they're screaming, yelling, blocking, and all this. Do you know that they're breaking the federal law just by doing that? Never mind having a weapon on you, you're already breaking a damn law. Title 18, U.S. Code 18, Section 111 will cover that. They're breaking the law being there. There is no First Amendment right to demonstrate. There's a First Amendment right to peacefully assemble. Sit on the side of the road, show your little sign. That's it. Anything else, and you step 1 foot out onto the road, it's not a peaceful demonstration anymore. It's not a peaceful assembly. It is a demonstration, and it is wrong. Take it for what it is. Now, what happens if you do that? For the simple things, just for the simple, screaming and yelling, 3 years in federal prison. That's it. 3 years in federal prison. All them thousands being out there. Each of those people are subject to 3 years in prison. And you get that, you lose all your rights to vote. Boom. Boy, wouldn't that be good? No voting. You lose that. Go ahead and demonstrate all you want. I hope they get every one of you and you all lose it. You don't deserve a right to vote. You got to start respecting the law enforcement. You got to start respecting your elders. You got to start respecting the teachers. You have to teach your kids. Because if your kids end up in prison, you know whose fault that is? That's your fault. That's your fault. Think about that. You're going to really feel good if your son or your daughter ends up in prison. All right, so I had some good comments. I made comments about this before, and some idiots out there. And we got some idiots listening out there. Okay, so have fun. All right. Let me know what you think. Thank you.